Before the dawn of the 21st century, making a substantial income in a stable profession typically required dressing in fine suits and presenting impressive business cards. The paths available were primarily in finance, healthcare, law, or, if you were fortunate, high-level corporate management. However, only a few years later, coinciding with the individuals in tailored suits wreaking havoc on the global economy, a new kind of millionaire started to emerge in the spotlight. These tech enthusiasts traded their puffer vests and Bloomberg terminals for flip-flops and VM terminals. Tech workers often clocked fewer hours, enjoyed superior perks, and frequently earned more than their counterparts in conventional, higher-paying jobs. Moreover, they attracted public admiration instead of disdain. In contrast, executives, bankers, and their high-priced lawyers were criticized for profiting from a flawed system that caused widespread loss of homes, jobs, and futures. Meanwhile, the concept of geeky individuals thriving by creating products that enhanced our lives gained widespread appeal. Fast forward 15 years, and those once cherished tech gurus have become the very figures they once sought to append. And surprisingly, they have also contributed to their own downfall. Recent reports indicate that Facebook is set to introduce a new mechanism for tracking user data, even after leaving the platform, an endeavor characterized as revolutionary. The original vision was simple: a computer on every desk and in every home, employing up to 10,000 workers. Look at Larry, Google's CEO. What's your take, Larry? Hello. At the height of their ascendance, tech workers enjoyed limitless opportunities for career advancement and stock options that could turn them into multimillionaires before reaching their 30s. They thrived in environments rich with collaboration. However, in today's world, they are often laid off in droves, and the remaining employees are urged to work harder, while their enterprises chat optimistically about a future dominated by AI that could fully replace entry-level software developers. The transition from the golden age to the downturn of tech workers has been marked by three pivotal shifts that significantly contributed to their rise and subsequent decline. The first challenge emerged from a self-inflicted wound. They effectively drove themselves out of business. On March 10, 2000, the Nasdaq reached an all-time high, fueled by fervent investor enthusiasm for companies eager to capitalize on the Internet. The frenzy was such that just mentioning "com" in a corporate filing could skyrocket stock prices. Ultimately, this bubble burst, and only a handful of businesses from that era remain today. While the Internet indeed represented a transformative technology set to impact lives and foster some of history's most valuable enterprises, simply putting a standard business online didn't constitute innovation. What followed was a true golden age for tech services, with companies that weathered the dot-com crisis offering genuinely beneficial services. The market cleanse allowed talent and investment to focus on entities that truly added value. Platforms like early YouTube, MySpace, Facebook, Amazon, and online gaming provided groundbreaking services that many still recall fondly. Even amid the global financial crisis, money continued to flow into the tech sector. The first iPhone debuted in 2007, and even during the 2008 wave of layoffs and bankruptcies, queues formed for the iPhone 3G. Aspiring programmers were reassured that coding skills would guarantee them stable employment. Companies such as Apple and Google emerged as the most appealing workplaces, thanks to their relaxed corporate cultures, favorable work-life balance, remarkable perks, and competitive salaries. Most crucially, these firms were perceived as underdog startups creating engaging products. After the dot-com bust, it took over 15 years for the Nasdaq to reclaim its former glory. This timeframe allowed tech workers from the mid-2000s to reap the benefits of employee stock options, although many were still outmatched in earnings by their counterparts in finance. provided they weren't laid off in 2008. As time progressed, this situation evolved. With the expansion of these companies came increased financial infusion into the sector, resulting in more personnel, larger bonuses, stock options, and a shift from innovative technology-focused businesses to those capitalizing on monopolistic practices. As a result, tech workers experienced a relatively reliable path to wealth by committing a few years to a leading Silicon Valley firm. Yet, this dependence required a consistent influx of capital, an essential component that didn't magically appear. Venture capital, the firms financing early-stage startups, never managed to return to the funding levels seen during the dot-com boom. Eventually, 2021 brought about a significant shift. Now it's crucial to comprehend how money functions to understand how tech workers compromise their own outcomes. This week's segment is brought to you by Delete Me, a comprehensive service aimed at removing your private information from hundreds of data broker platforms. These brokers tend to gather and sell personal data without approval, making it easy for others to access your sensitive information. The professionals at Delete Me actively seek out your data to online, eliminate it, and provide ongoing monitoring to ensure it stays deleted throughout the year, securing your privacy. Personally, I've been utilizing Delete Me to regain control over my online presence and was taken aback by the amount of my data in circulation. The service regularly assists in removing it from these brokers. If you're serious about safeguarding your or your loved one's privacy, Delete Me offers plans designed to cover those individuals too. To begin protecting your personal information, visit deleteam.com and join via deleteam.com/HMW using code HMW for a 20% discount. Don't delay in securing your data. As tech firms grew in stature and worth, the competition to recruit talent intensified. By the mid-2010s, skilled developers could significantly out-earn their peers in other fields by joining prominent companies like Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, or Google, collectively known as the FAANG firms. These businesses, despite having well-established platforms, actively recruited tens of thousands of developers, offering top-tier salaries for a variety of reasons. They consistently sought to enhance their core services, and even managing a platform like YouTube required substantial effort to remain responsive to user preferences. Today's homepage differs greatly from that of 5 years past. The exuberance among newer firms like Uber, Airbnb, Twitch, Snapchat, Tinder, and WeWork also saw them expanding operations so rapidly that they hired developers even before defining specific tasks, fearing that a more measured hiring process could impede progress. This strategy, known as Blitzscaling, drawing a parallel to W2's Blitzkrieg, focused on rapid territory capture using new technology, banking on sorting out logistics later. While not employing literal tanks, tech companies exploited the ability to quickly seize market shares in sectors like food delivery, transportation, vacation rentals, and online dating. In a Harvard Business Review article, Reid Hoffman, a Silicon Valley venture capitalist and co-founder of PayPal and LinkedIn, stated that blitzscaling firms might need to onboard as many workers as possible as quickly as practicable. Another incentive for tech firms hiring en masse was to deter these workers from defecting to potential competitors, particularly new startups that might threaten the incumbents' market positions. Acquiring rivals can raise antitrust issues, but preventing them from accessing necessary talent is perfectly legal. A Wall Street Journal investigation revealed that some tech workers were recruited only to end up doing nothing, as companies hoarded developers like collectibles. This situation became exacerbated when rising interest rates, uncertainty in the market, and declining consumer demand led to mass dismissals within the tech industry. Businesses that blitzscaled either folded or concentrated on hiring only essential personnel. Innovations slowed, and major corporations no longer felt the need to hoard workers from competitors, as job openings dwindled substantially. Additionally, artificial intelligence has already taken on many routine tasks typically assigned to newcomers. Being inherently adaptable, tech companies are more inclined to embrace new technologies. Even a slight reduction of entry-level developers due to automation can save millions annually, making it conducive to replace human labor. This represents the second critical setback for tech workers. They exchanged the promise of steady employment for a high-stakes survival game. While there is substantial earning potential in tech, success is equally contingent on choosing the right firms or startups to invest time in, as well as personal skill development. An entry-level programmer who joined Intel 5 years ago might have faced layoffs last month with stock options of negligible worth, while a similarly skilled NVIDIA during that period may enjoy lifelong financial security. Those fortunate enough to succeed exit, while the others grow weary of gambling their careers on stock valuations. If they wanted to play the market, they would have pursued finance careers. Moreover, the most significant obstacle is that workers seek proximity to job opportunities, which prompts companies to cluster in a limited number of locations. These urban centers have become prohibitively expensive, and infrastructure cannot keep pace with the rapid expansion of tech firms. It's not uncommon for tech employees earning 6 figures to share cramped 2-bedroom apartments with multiple well-compensated teammates. For those tech workers grappling to secure housing while making a comfortable salary, it casts a grim light on life for other workers in these critical markets. Consequently, major tech hubs have not only become exorbitantly priced, but also uninviting environments. Remote work held the potential to mitigate these challenges by decreasing demand in tight local markets. However, influential tech companies now wield considerable negotiating power and, wary of rising layoff statistics, have enforced a return to in-office work. Even Zoom, a frontrunner in remote working solutions, has reverted to in-person operations. Moreover, the local population fails to reap benefits from this situation. The prevailing assertion is that these corporations create excellent job opportunities. However, a significant share of these employment positions go to non-locals who relocate for roles and subsequently compete with residents for housing and services. Having moved to San Francisco from another state for a banking job, I can attest that even as a finance professional, my presence contributed to local challenges. Certain regions have transitioned from welcoming new tech businesses to actively resisting their presence, encapsulating a broader trend of public sentiment turning against the tech sector. Many people view the industry as a liability, whether it's through rising living costs leading to displacement, intrusive data collection, reduced services, exploitative treatment of employees, or job security threats posed by AI. Many now perceive this as regression rather than progress. Consequently, tech workers have garnered the same level of unpopularity as their finance counterparts. These corporations have strategically navigated regulatory boundaries to cement their market power, rendering their practices legally permissible. For deeper insights into the monopolistic tactics employed, check out my video expounding on why everything resembles a monopoly. I will be penning an article discussing the motivations of some Silicon Valley elites to establish a new city outside of San Francisco. If you wish to explore that piece and receive